What's up, everybody? Mike from Bold here. Welcome to episode 17 of School of Commerce. We'll be starting up in just under 2 minutes right now. We're kicking off at 1 o'clock our time. So this gives you a chance to start up those computers, maybe grab a glass of water, and tune right in. So we'll be back in a couple minutes, and looking forward to it. What's up, everybody? Mike from Bold here again. Welcome to another lesson of Bold School of Commerce. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today's lesson is how we are going to show you how to use automation to grow your business with less work. So for those of you just tuning in or who are new to School of Commerce, let me tell you a little bit about how it works. So every 2 weeks, Bold Commerce puts on a School of Commerce lesson where we pick one topic to talk about, show you our best practices, how you can save time, how you can make more money, and we do it in a class form type setting. So imagine going back to university, some of you might even be there, or college, or even grade school. This is a lesson. So you have the opportunity to not only digest the information that we're giving you, but you're also allowed to ask questions throughout the presentation today. At any point in time you do have a question, feel free to type it in the comments, and we'll make sure to take a look at it and hopefully respond to you live on air. We are filming right now on Crowdcast, Facebook, and YouTube, and all of this is done live. So a little bit of housekeeping. If you are viewing this from Facebook or you are viewing this from YouTube, feel free to join us on Crowdcast. Crowdcast it's one of the most highest quality streaming platforms that we're using. And it's also going to be the platform where we'll be posting content that I'll be talking about throughout today's lesson. So we'll be talking a little bit about social media and email and your Shopify store. I'll make reference to either an article or an app, and then you'll notice in the comment section, we'll be posting a link to get to that content. So if you think about it, it's just like being in school. I'll be talking, I'll be the teacher. Question, feel free to raise your hand. If you want to check out some of the information that is on the interactive overhead machine, if you will, feel free to check that out as well. So now that we've done the housekeeping, let's talk a little bit about today's lesson plan. So today's lesson plan, we'll be talking about using automation to grow your business with less work. Now, what is automation right off the bat? Now, when I think of automation, I'm immediately thinking about those late night infomercials when you're staying up till 3 a.m. Some guy comes how he can cook 10 chickens in a rotisserie machine, and he says, you're going to love this. It's going to save you so much time, and all you have to do is what? Set it and forget it. And that's essentially what automation is. It's allowing you to put in a little bit of work up front, So that way, when it comes to upcoming sales, when it comes to your emails, when it comes to social media, it takes the guesswork out and allows for you to write your information up front, putting in a little sweat equity, ultimately, so you can set yourself up for success and then use that free time that you have to worry about your business, maybe focus on things that are coming up. The number one thing that we hear from people who are starting online stores or Shopify stores is that there's just not enough time. And that's rightfully so. If you're working a full-time job, trying to do a side gig, a little side hustle, a Shopify store on the side, the hours in the day are getting shorter and shorter. So what we're going to show you today, hopefully, is that by using a few tips and tricks on your emails, your social media, and your Shopify store, you're going to be able to have deals coming, emails coming, content coming. So we're going to get right down into it. We're going to be talking about email, social media, and your Shopify store. So let's kick it right off the bat. We're going to be talking about email. Now, email is one of those things that I still believe is one of the best ways to stay in touch with your customers and always keep them informed of what's going on in your store. Now, there's a couple really great things here. Number one, if you collected somebody's email address, it's pretty much open season for them saying to you, all right, I'll let you into my world. Show me what you have to offer. So email is a very personal way. It's a very one-on-one way for you to talk to your customers. Now, there's a couple email automations that I'm going to be talking about today. And if you're not familiar with some of the platforms with email automation, there's a bunch of great ones. I know MailChimp allows for automation, Klaviyo, Rare.io, all of these. And when I mean automation, I mean that you're going to write an email, you're going to set up some triggers with it. So that way, when somebody does something, when an action happens, either they sign up for your newsletter, they sign up on your website, maybe they make a first purchase, you're just getting their email in general, they're automatically going to get an email sent to them. So that way you don't have to do it. It saves you a ton of time. And we're going to talk about a few. So we actually wrote a blog post a little while back. It's called 9 Emails You Should Be Sending, But You Probably Aren't. I'm going to post that in the comment section right now if you want to take a look at it. Now, there are 9 emails in this one. We're only going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4 in general, because those are the ones that are going to be automated. The rest are ones that you can send on your own, like a bulk mailer or maybe a promotion or anything like that. But let's get right down to the 4 emails that you should be sending that are definitely automated. Number 1, it's the welcome email. This is an email that you're going to be sending out to your customers as soon as they either sign up for your newsletter or they trade you their email address on your Shopify store or your online store in exchange for something. I would say 99 times out of 100, give or take, there's going to be an opportunity for you to leave your email on an online store. So put yourself in the customer's shoes. You know, you're going to set up maybe right at the bottom, you can insert your email here and receive maybe 15% off your next purchase, or make it exclusive. You know, you don't necessarily need to give something away. Just sign up for our email list, be the first to know about our promotions. It's kind of an insider's feeling that they get. They're going to be a part of an insiders club. They're going to be the first to know about your sales. They're going to be the first to know about your deals and your promotions. And that's going to go a real long way. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set this up as a welcome email to be triggered anytime somebody signs up for your newsletter or signs up on your website. The second automation we're going to be talking about is the first purchase email. So you've already kind of got them in the pipeline. You know, these customers, they might not be considered customers yet. We'll call them prospects because they've given you your email, but they haven't actually made a purchase yet. So there's definitely 2 opportunities here. As soon as they do make a purchase, you want to thank them. You want to send out an email that's triggered as soon as they make a first purchase, thanking them for making their first purchase. Another little tidbit here that is a quick win that you can do is maybe showcase some other recommended products. Say, thanks for making this purchase. Maybe here's a couple other products that you might like as well. You could even take it a step further. And I've seen some great success from this, that if they do make that first purchase, give them a little bit of an incentive to make a second purchase. Code. This discount code. Thank you so much for making your first purchase. Now they're going to have incentive to continue their recurring purchases with you. And I think it's a really great way to do that. So both the welcome and the first purchase email should be giving them a really good idea of what they can expect. Showcasing your brand, saying hey, giving them an idea of what's to come, and really and being completely transparent, showing them exactly what they've signed up for and what they're going to receive. The next email that I'd like to is the abandoned cart email. Now, the last time I checked, there's a stat that says there's $4 trillion being left on the table every year due to abandoned cart emails. Now, or due to abandoned carts, sorry, not just the emails. The abandoned cart emails are what is going to make you money. So I'm sure you've got them. I know I've got them. You make a purchase. No, sorry, you don't make a purchase. You go to a site, you shop around a little bit, you check out what's going on in the store. Maybe you add a shirt and a hat or something like that to your cart, and then you get distracted. Maybe the phone rings, maybe you check your social media, but ultimately you don't end up pushing buy now and you forget about it. What the abandoned cart email allows for you to do is send an email reminding your customers that they have something left in their cart. More often than not, sometimes customers just forget. So why not automate the system where if somebody adds something to the cart and they forget about their purchase, maybe send them a reminder email 12 hours, 24 hours after that. That way they're going to get that email. They're going to say, oh, geez, I completely forgot about those items in my cart. And there's a really good chance, or at least a great opportunity. Now, I'm a big fan of email series in the sense that they're not just one-off emails. It works on a bigger spectrum. So an abandoned cart email series I've seen work a lot. Now, there's 3 emails here that are very easy to create in these automations where you send out an email maybe 12 to 24 hours reminding your customer, say, hey, did you leave something in your cart? Or there's a couple items in your cart that are waiting for you. You use the language and make it however you wish. The second email is considered potentially 24 hours, 48 hours after that. Another reminder maybe showcase some of the benefits of your product. There's also a third email you can send, which is a little incentive. Say, hey, these are in your cart. Take 10% off your next purchase. Or maybe, you know what? We'll include shipping on this. So, there's so many things that you can do here. Keep in mind, it's just a series where you're reminding people that they have item in their cart. Without this automation feature, they would just be sitting there. They might forget about it. This allows you to get right in their face and remind them that there's something going on in their cart. The final email automation that you can run here that I think is very, very, very valuable is the idle customer or the win back or the re-engage email. This is an email that you're going to be sending out to your customers 6, 8, however many months you choose to remind them that they haven't made a purchase. And these are for customers, maybe they've taken advantage of your first email. Maybe they made that first purchase, but they haven't made a purchase since. You can use your automated emails to trigger and send them an email 6 months after they have yet to make a purchase. Use this email to remind them why they signed up in the first place. Give them a good idea of what you have to offer. Maybe show them some new features. Maybe show them a new collection that you've got going on. Bring them back. Bring them back and try to get them back in that email cycle so that way they'll know more about what's going on. Then you can send those non-automated emails, those bulk mailers, those promotional emails, anything like that. You can take one step further and just as easy to get them to sign up for your email, offer maybe a little bit of an incentive to get them to come back to your store and make another purchase. So those are 4 emails that you can do completely automated. I mentioned that you can use MailChimp, Klaviyo, Rare.io. There's so many email automation services and platforms out there that you can use. So just keep those in mind because when you can automate your email, all you're going to be doing is saving time and ultimately just making some recurring revenue that is it's just going to be continuously happening. If you have a welcome email or a first purchase email that's set up, you set it and forget it. And then anytime somebody actually makes those actions, whether that's signing up for your email or making a first purchase, they're then going to be sent those emails so you don't have to worry about those anymore. Now, I mentioned a few of the platforms that you can do this on. They also have great reporting systems where you can see exactly what's going on. You can make calculated adjustments to your emails after that. So keep that in mind. Now, for those of you that are just tuning in, this is Mike. We are talking about creating your online so that way you can save time, make more money, and ultimately grow your business without having to do any extra work. It's fantastic. Now, some of you may be tuning in on YouTube. Some of you may be tuning on Facebook. If If you're on Crowdcast, that's great too. Keep in mind that if you are not on Crowdcast, there's a link in the content post that, below that are going to take you there. Now, what is important with Crowdcast is that all the content that I'm talking about right now, we're posting actual articles that you can reread later. It's similar to how you would do it in school. The teacher or the professor would put something on the board. I'll talk about it. You can look at it. All the content is available right over there. And just keep that in mind. We are talking about how to automate your store. And we just talked about email. So what I'm going to talk about next is social media. Now, one thing I wanted to bring up real quick is that I read an awesome stat. 96% of your visitors that are coming to your website aren't ready to buy yet. And I think that's a really fair statement. If you put yourself in your customer's shoes, you might just be checking out a website. Maybe you saw it on social media. Maybe you're doing your research. You know, you're checking out, see where the best prices are. You're comparing products. You're comparing brands. Maybe you're comparing returns policies. You know, you never know. The fact of the matter is people aren't necessarily going to your store ready to buy. And that's where social media comes in. Social media is a really great opportunity for you to, one, find new customers who might be interested in your products. Two, reach out to existing customers and provide them with some valuable content that they can then use. Maybe it's something, maybe it's a way that your product makes their life easier, makes their life better, saves them more time, does something awesome, anything like that. Maybe it's just valuable content that, you know, you're showing information about your brand. You're telling them about your story, anything like that. But as we know, social media takes time. It's just another one of those things that has to happen. But there are ways that you can automate your social media. So as I mentioned, people might not necessarily be going to your website and be ready to buy. So social media is a really great opportunity for you to get content in front of them. It's an opportunity for you to showcase how your products work, showcase the benefits, give them information, make it easier for them to make a calculated and informed decision. But it takes time. There's a couple platforms that you can use, though, to schedule your content in advance. And that's a really great idea, too. You know, how I like to look at it, look at a month in advance. Who knows? Look at 3, 4, 5, 6 months in advance. But if you look at a month in advance and schedule all of your content, you know, you've got new products, you've got new blog posts, anything like that. Schedule that content so that it's ready to go and you don't have to worry about that. How can you do that? Number one, there's a lot of free tools out there. I know there's Hootsuite, there's HubSpot, there's Buffer. Buffer allows for you to post videos if you're really into video, which I think you should. Explaining your brand, having an intro video. You can schedule these videos with Buffer. You know, you can schedule a lot of videos different ways. That being said, it's important to schedule your content. Number two, an app that we have that I'm going to tell you about is called Social Autopilot. And I'll post this app in the comments section below so you can take a look at it. What I really love about Social Autopilot, it has to do with social media and it automates your social media like no other. So what it's going to do is anytime you post a new product or a new blog post on your Shopify store, it's automatically going to post a link or a tweet or a message to your Pinterest or your Twitter. And what's really great about this is it's all customizable. So let me paint a little bit of a picture for you. I'm sure you've seen this before. You're scrolling through Twitter and all you're seeing is these repurposed social media posts. Maybe somebody posted something on Facebook. Maybe they posted it and they're just automatically posting it to Twitter where it's just some content and a bit link and it looks really messy. Nobody ever clicks on that. Sorry. I'm sure some people click on it, but it's just not visually appealing to me. So what Social Autopilot allows for you to do is just to take that away, make it look good, make it customized, be on brand. So that way, that's just another way. You have a new product, you have a new blog post, you put that on the back end of your Shopify store, bingo, bango, it's on your social media. Your followers say, hey, is that a new product? Is that a new blog post? Bingo, bango. It's just keeping them going. It's keeping them informed. And it's just another way that you don't have to take some time out of your day to go from posting that new product, posting that blog post, then going to your social media and doing it. We're taking out one step and we're saving you a little bit of a time. So that's social media. Couple tips, couple really good things. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you're just tuning in now, once again, what's up? This is Mike from Bold. We're talking about how to automate your online store, how to make here, how to save time, ultimately how to grow your store without you having to actually do a lot of the work. So thank you for tuning in. We're streaming live right now. So if you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll tell you this right now, though, we are also streaming on Crowdcast. So if the quality isn't as great, maybe jump on over. There is a link in this post here. And what's also cool that's happening on Crowdcast is as I'm talking, as I'm going on about some of the content in today's lesson, we'll be posting links. We're posting links about blogs. We're posting links that are going to take you to the apps that I'm talking about. And if that's not a segue, I've never heard one. Here now, we're going to talk about apps. We're going to be talking about the bread and butter. So thank you very much for sticking around. How to automate your online store. So you've got a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time. That doesn't really matter. These apps are going to work either way. It's not going to be a matter of saving time. It's just going to be a matter of making your Shopify store a little bit better based off of some of the needs that you do have. So we're going to go over, you know what I mean? Thank you very much for tuning in. I've got a laundry list here of apps. I've got links to these apps that are going to show you how to use them, how you can automate them is though what we're going to be talking about right now. So let's get right down to it. To start off, we're going to be talking about product discount. Now, hopefully you'll be able to see the link right here if I can get that up there. Product discount allows you daily deals, store-wide sales. When it comes to the automation part, you can actually schedule these deals, which is going to save you tons of time, and it's going to set you up for some serious success. So make sure to check out that link here. How is product discount going to allow you to save some time and maybe sell some more products in an automated way? Well, as I mentioned, it's going to allow you to run daily deals. So whatever that may be, if it's a specific product, maybe it's an entire collection, maybe it's an entire category, you have the tools to create that sale just as you would in a traditional brick and mortar store. Where the automation comes in, though, is there's features in this app that allows for you to schedule these deals. Now, it's one thing to get prepared the night before. You know, Black Friday and Cyber Monday are coming. You know, there's a lot of holidays, anything like that, where you just, oh, shoot, this is coming up. Maybe I should create a deal. How awesome would it be for you just to take a look at a year in a glance? You know, let's do even 6 months, half a year. What are some of the marketing opportunities here that you have on your store? What are some sales ideas that you can run on specific days, specific months, around specific holidays? You think to yourself, okay, I see some opportunity here, and you create those sales using product. Let's take it a step further. Let's schedule all of those sales to automatically turn on and turn off when you see fit. So what you've now done is you've done all your marketing, you've created all your sales, and you've scheduled them to actually happen on your Shopify store without you having to be there. What's next? I don't know, kick up your feet and go grab a beer. Who knows? Maybe that's what some of you would do. But all that's left to do is just sit back and focus on something else. You're saving so much time here. You've already mapped it out. You know what's coming up the pipeline, and you can then maybe look to a new app. You can maybe write a blog post. Whatever you want to do with your free time, you now have the assurance in knowing that there's going to be sales that are going to incentivize your customers to spend a little bit more on certain days. All the while, you're sitting from the comfort of your own home, not having to worry about these things. So that's product discount. Check out the link. And if you do have any questions, feel free to ask them. Is this the right app for your store? Feel free to ask that, and we'll check it out and we'll see. And that's totally cool. That's also what we really want to do. We want to engage more with you guys. You know, I've mentioned that a lot if you've seen School of Commerce in the past. But if you have questions about our apps, if you have a question about your store, is this app right for my store? What app do you think would be right for our store? Feel free to post those in the comments. We will 100% get to them, and we will 100% answer them, because we want to give you everything you need in order for you to be successful. Yes, we do make apps. Yes, we do have services here that allow for, you know, your company to maybe get that next level when it comes to your online store. But we want to give you what you need so that way you can do it all on your own. That being said, let's move over to app number 2, Sales Motivator. Sales Motivator is going to go hand in hand actually with product discount app. And keep that in mind that you can use regular apps, you can use $3 apps, you can use paid ones, 6, 7, 8 billing. But these apps complement each other in certain ways. Sales Motivator. Sales Motivator allows for you to have a Sales Motivator bar that's going to appear on your Shopify store, essentially telling customers what's happening. It encourages your customers to spend a little bit more by showing them either how much more they need to spend in order to get free shipping or maybe receive a free gift. So let's put that into perspective. You're running a couple sales using the product discount app, but also you run a little bit of a promotion on the side. Spend $100 and you qualify for free shipping. That's a big selling factor. If you're not running, a promotion like that, now's the time. Sales Motivator is actually our app of the month for September. So we're giving you an extended trial if you do want to try it out. And what makes this motivation bar a little bit different from some of the other motivational bar type apps on Shopify is that it's smart. So what's going to happen? Let's say you're offering free shipping if your customer spends $100. Your customer, they buy a jacket, they buy they buy some coffee, whatever it is that you guys are selling, it's going to calculate that into the total and then show the new amount that your customer actually has to spend in order to reach that free shipping goal. So let's put it into perspective. I'm selling this hat for $20. Someone buys it up, you add it to cart. Now a new motivator bar message is going to come up saying, whoa, you're only $80 away from qualifying for free shipping. That's so awesome because it's interactive and it allows your customers to think, I only have to spend $80 more to get free shipping. Well, maybe I will take a look at more products. Maybe I will see what's going on here. All it's doing is it's giving them an opportunity to spend more time on your store because they feel like there's an opportunity to take advantage of you. And that's exactly what that is for. I'm sure you're asking, Mike, okay, Sales Motivator, it sounds great. How do I automate this? I don't want to be putting up these motivator bars every time I have a sale. Well, you're in luck. Sales Motivator has a scheduling feature. It's the exact kind of same concept as the product discount way, where you can schedule your motivator messages to turn on or turn off whenever you see fit. So if you do have a Black Friday sale coming or something like that, you can schedule your sales using product discount. You can schedule your motivator bar to come on as well at the same time, and you can turn both of them on or off using the scheduling feature whenever you see fit. These two apps are very complementary towards one another. And what Motivator also allows for you to do, same with actually product discount, you can do those sort of those sales that really kind of get your engine running. 2 hours left in this sale. We've got 1 hour where there's 20% off everything in this store. Anything that really gives your customers a little bit of motivation to spend more, you're that fear of missing out. I don't want to miss out on this sale opportunity. It's a really great way for you to get your customers to ultimately spend a little bit more. And it's all automated. It's all automated. That's so easy. And that's exactly what we're talking about. If you're just tuning in, Mike from Bold here. We're talking about how to automate your store. We've already talked a little bit about how to automate your emails. We've talked about how to automate your social media. Now we're getting really down to the meat and potatoes and showing you how to use our apps so that way you can set it and just watch those sales roll in. We've talked about product discount. We've talked about Sales Motivator. Now we're going to be talking about product upsell. Now, product upsell is a really great app. It's actually one of our most popular apps. It's one of our most recommended apps. It's got a ton of really great reviews. And then I could go all day talking about it, but I'll just talk about what it does and the potential that it has to allow for you to sell more. So if you think about a traditional upsell, you're getting your customers to spend a little bit more by putting an offer or an item in front of them. That's the classic, do you want fries with that sale? You get that hamburger, and an upsell would be, do you want fries? You buy a pair of shoes. The upsell would be, do you want to get the shoe polish? You buy, I could go on, but you get the idea. It's an upsell. And it's also a cross sell. You know what I mean? Upsells are actually where you get your customers to buy, more of a premium product. So if they do buy those French fries, an upsell would be getting them to buy the supersized fries. A cross-sell, on the other hand, is getting them to buy something complementary. You bought this hat, cross-sell them with the shirt. You bought this coffee, cross-sell them with maybe a mug or something like that. You know what I mean? Both upselling and cross-selling are available and give you the ability to do that. So maybe you don't necessarily want somebody to buy a better version of your product. You just want them to buy something complementary. That's what product upsell allows you to do. So the best part about this, and where I really am getting excited about talking about, is we actually have a relatively new app. It's like nothing I've seen before, and it's called the Bold Brain. Now, the Bold Brain works complementary with product upsell. And the Bold Brain actually to create smart upsells and use the data that you have on your Shopify store to create upsells that are going to be exactly what your consumers are looking for. So on one hand, you use product upsell. The onus is on you to come up with a product to sell. So, that's probably not hard to do. You have to be pretty aware of your products and what would be complementary. If you install the Bold Brain on your store, the Bold Brain is going to look at your data. It uses machine learning to analyze what your customers are doing, what your customers like, and it's going to make a recommendation based off of all of the data it has. It's a smart recommendation. It takes 100% all of the guesswork out. All you have to do is, in the back end, go to the Brain. It's going to show you a bunch of recommended upsells. You turn those on, set it, and forget it. So if you think about it, and what I'm so excited about is this is completely automated. You are upselling products that your customers are going to want to see without having to do any of the work. It's amazing. And it's so simple and it's so easy to do. So upselling products, making smart upsells with the Brain. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out in the links below. We've actually seen some of our customers got a lot of great feedback on this. There's a couple of blog posts and whatnot. Some customers have actually seen a 5 to 10x times conversions on the products that they're seeing just by making these smart upsells. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Sure, you can make upsells. If you buy this hat, we're going to upsell you this. If you buy this camera, we're going to upsell these batteries. But using the Bold Brain, if a customer buys a product, it's going to recommend them a product that they actually want based upon the data, based on hard fact. So it's really cool. So make sure to check it out and install it on your store. So that's the Bold Brain, and that's product upsell. The next app that we're going to be talking about is customer pricing. So what customer pricing allows for you to do is create different tiers of customers. So that way, you can have your gold, silver, platinum. You can have warehouse, wholesale pricing of different tiers of customer pricing. It's a really cool way to incentivize your customers to either spend more. The more money they spend, ultimately, the better discount they're going to get. And it's really, really easy to do. All you have to do is tag certain customers who've spent X amount or who have certain traits. It's all available and very, very easy to do in the back end. Where does the automation come in, Mike? Where does it come in? Well, let's say your customer is a silver member. So they're getting certain discounts, they're getting certain perks. As soon as they hit that gold or that platinum or that VIP tier, that customer is automatically going to then be moved to that second tier and receive those new perks. You don't have to do anything. The customer is going to be notified, and the next time that they log into their store, they are then going to be in that new tier of pricing, and that's really great. I've got 2 more apps that I want to talk about, and then we'll get to the closing part of this. Number 1, recurring orders. If you sell products that have the potential to turn into subscription services, that's exactly what this does. Give your customers the ability to get recurring subscription purchases, whether you sell coffee, whether you sell food, whether you sell supplements, whether you sell deodorants, whether you sell shaving cream. Give your customers the opportunity to subscribe to that, so that way, whenever, whether it's the next month or the next 3 months or the next 6 months, they'll automatically receive that purchase. So rather than having to remarket to all of these people, if you get them on a subscription plan, you're essentially getting recurring money every single month, and it's really, really great. We've got a ton of great content. We've actually written a new blog post and a really cool announcement. It's essentially the first buy button that's available to use for your subscription services. It makes it so easy. It takes out what, 1 to 6 steps. All you have to do is press buy now, and it takes you automatically to the checkout page. It's really great. We'll include it in the listings here. So automate your store with subscriptions. Don't just sell one product. Sell one product 12 times a year, or however you want to set that up. Now, the last app that I want to talk about that is essential is its returns manager. Now, we talked last time on School of Commerce of how important a returns policy is. 91% of your customers consider the return policy before they actually push that buy now button. And what Returns Manager allows you to do is take all of the guesswork out of your return policy, put it up front, and give your customers the ability to make their returns on their own. Essentially how it works, your customer goes to your returns page, they type in their email or their order information, and what's going to happen is all of those orders that they have are going to come up. What's next they're going to be able to see is this item returnable? How long do I have? What are some of the other options? And they can choose and pick based upon their needs what they want to do with their returns. It is absolutely user-friendly. It takes all of your time out of the what can sometimes be a messy return policy, and gives the complete control to your customers. There's a ton of functionality that you can do with it, and it's going to go a really long way for giving your customers the assurance in knowing that if they do make a purchase from you, there is a very easy way for them to return. And it's going to be also one of your best marketing tools. We've talked about 5, 6, 7 apps that are used as marketing or as sales. Your returns policy can actually be one of the best marketing tools that you have. If customers are talking about how awesome your returns policy is, or how easy it is, or how it's so easy to do, it's going to go a super long way. So that's Returns Manager. That app is available in the links below. And that's the last app that I have to talk about today. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. My name's Mike. This has been Bold School of Commerce, where every 2 weeks we give you a different lesson plan talking about your online store, e-commerce in general, giving you the best tips, tricks, and best practices that we do have. So that way you can do more, sell more, be better, make your store better. And we're here for you. So if you have any questions about today's lesson, please leave them in the comments. We'll make sure to get to them. I just wanted to let you guys know that we do this every 2 months. The next School of Commerce lesson is going to be on October 12th, and we're going to be talking about how to start a drop shipping business by the end of the week. Now, as you can see here, there's a guest. There's no guest here today. There will be a guest in 2 weeks from now. Our good friend Paul, you've seen him, the data guy. He's been on School of Commerce before. He's actually started a drop shipping business this year. I don't know, it could have been 6, could have been 8 months ago. He started it with the money that he had in his pocket. And since then, he's had offers on his store for people to actually buy his store. His store was so successful. He had no knowledge of drop shipping at all. He went through it. He crossed all the hurdles, and he's going to be here with us in 2 weeks telling his story. I'm going to find out just how easy it is for myself to start a drop shipping store. So make sure to tune into that. We're going to be to you afterwards. And thanks again for tuning in. I hope you guys learned a lot today. We've talked all about automation, and thanks very much for tuning in. My name's Mike, School of Commerce. Take what you learned today, make your stores a little bit better, and we'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks a lot for tuning in, you guys.